All right, man, we back. Mercy Sports Talk. About to run off a few videos. Appreciate everybody for checking out the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. Appreciate that love, support, man. But yeah, let's talk. I listened to 97.1 The Ticket, and Paul Feinbaum was on Get Up this morning, whatever it's called, on ESPN. I kind of caught that part, and they was talking about Paul Feinbaum said that the Michigan football fans' expectations have dropped for the Wolverines over the last 10, 15, probably 20 years. And I just want to speak on what are the expectations for the Michigan Wolverines football. What are my expectations, and do I agree with them? I do agree. Expectations dropped. Expectations used to be national championships, beating Ohio State. And pretty much it's been minimized. And my expectations have been minimized for the University of Michigan. I seen them. I seen the decline after Greasy and them won the championship versus Washington State. It was a joint championship. I seen, Lloyd Carr kind of phase out and get old out of college football. I seen Rich Rodriguez take over and it didn't work. I seen Brady Hoke, and it didn't work. And obviously Harbaugh was supposed to be sent in here to be the savior for the program, and he hasn't saved the program yet, and that's just the point. He's beat Michigan State, and then he lost to fluky to Michigan State one year. But overall, he hasn't bought that blue chip quarterback here. At least that freshman guy that's going to come in here and throw the ball. Our quarterback play has been subpar. Jake Rudock has been the best quarterback that we had on wax so far. You know what I'm saying? And I like Jay Rudock. I've grown to appreciate him. Tate Forcier, Denard Robinson, he was electric, but he wasn't effective as far as winning championships. And, especially the other guy that we lost to Iowa. I always forget his name, but I couldn't stand him. He transferred from somewhere, but he was garbage. Wilton Speight, I couldn't stand him with a passion. That Iowa game, bro, I hated him. Then the following year, he threw them picks versus Florida and got injured. Jeff O'Korn was terrible, and this dude supposed to be a quarterback whisperer. He helped Colin Kaepernick. He rejuvenated and reinvented Alex Smith. And, to the point, and all Harbaugh has done is make excuses. The SEC is cheaters. He took slice at Ohio State. Not a favorite and not expectations is they should win the Big Ten and the Big Ten championship this year, or their division in the Big Ten. I forget, they didn't switch it up, legends and something, leaders, or whatever it is. But, just something in my soul, just saying, I just respect Ohio State beating the hell out of us the last 7 years so much. Is I take a wait and see approach. I was never as mad, not last year, but the year where, was it JT Barrett had got the first down, but it really wasn't the first down in my opinion. I had never been that mad watching the Michigan game, and I've been watching the Michigan since the 90s. I had never been at that point. Even through the Brady Hoke and the Rich Rodriguez years and the boosters and the old timers in the program, they never accepted Rich Rodriguez because he wasn't the Michigan guy. You know what I'm saying? But I had never been that mad at the Michigan game. You know what I'm saying? It got to the point where my family leaves when Michigan plays Ohio State. I promise you, they leave the house. And no matter how mad I be at these guys right here, they never have to leave the house out of anger, even though they know on Sundays when the Lions go on, here goes some money, get your nails done, or go out to dinner or something. That's my day. You know what I'm saying? That's my time from 1 o'clock to 4 p.m. And this year, the first game of the year, from 4 to whatever. You know what I'm saying? But Michigan, I've never been that angry in a moment in my sports fandom, whoever I was going for at the time. I'm a diehard Piston fans and Lion fans, and I watch a little bit of the hockey Red Wings. I've been to Viper games back in the day. Love the Vipers. Been to Shock games back in the day. Love the Shock. Tigers. My family from New York, so I don't know, I guess it's just natural that I start liking the Yankees. But I like the Tigers well too, but I had never been that angry or irate in a situation that play. Because we had it. We had that game, and Wilton Speight threw that pick in the red zone, and dude, I can't stand that guy. If the purge was real, man, he might be at the top of my list. And I got a few, I know it's a nice long line of motherfuckers who don't like me. But Wilton Speight, man, I can't stand that guy. Because he should have thrown that, they should have scored, and we should have never been in that predicament. I can't stand that guy. I'm sorry, man. He probably a fantastic person, but all the other people in the Michigan program, I can't stand him. That moment when that dude picked that first down up and they iced the game, it was worse than Rasheed Wallace leaving Robert Ory open. it was worse than 0-16. And 0-16 wasn't that bad for me because I didn't live in the state of Detroit. I mean, Michigan, excuse me. I didn't live in Detroit at the time. I was off at school. So 0-16, I came back home for the holidays, whatever, semester was over, when, they end up officially going 0-16, week 17 versus Green Bay. But expectations for Michigan this year, my personal expectations has been dialed down. Like, my opinion on Michigan is going to be hardcore. People think I'm hard on the Lions or I'm hard on the Pistons. I'm soft when it comes to the Lions and Pistons opinion. But Michigan, like, I'm hardcore, and I kind of refrain from talking about Michigan football, but I'm going to open up and do it this year. And I'll be doing predictions after every game, and I'll be previewing some games as well, too. So hopefully I get on the consistent freight right there. But my expectations is beat Ohio State and win the Big Ten and make it to the college football playoffs. That's it. That's expectations. And expectations is Vegas is saying that you should beat Ohio State, but do I have my opinions on will they beat them? Yeah, I have my opinion because Ohio State, Ryan Day, we couldn't beat the Vest, didn't beat Urban Myers, I believe, and then Ryan Day, we'll see how I really fall down with him. But Justin Fields is an athletic quarterback. He come from Georgia, and he was like a blue chipper, man. And some people saying, oh, he can't throw, he a bad boy. So we'll see. They always got good speed. And last year I kind of understood the loss to Ohio State after I seen some of their receiver 40 times. I mean, shit. Some of their receiver 40 times was like, man. They was like 4.33, 4.36, and Devin Bush ran like a 4.44 or something like that. But their receivers were super fast. But I just think the expectations for Michigan this year is Big Ten championship, finally holding that trophy up, beating Ohio State first, obviously beating Michigan State. You know what I'm saying? We might have a hiccup then and there early in the season. I'm fine with it because it happened to Ohio State, it happens to Michigan State, it happens to Alabama. If they ever play a tough out-of-conference schedule, it happens to Georgia, it happens to Auburn, could happen to Clemson. The shit happens. Sometimes you got a lot of young kids, they lose focus and they think it's an automatic L or you get an injury or something like that. But my expectations is for, Shea Patterson to be in the Heisman race. Maybe not be there at Heisman night, December 14th. But my thing is he should be there. He should be in the race. The new offensive coordinator, Josh Gaddis, he never called plays before. But if Harbaugh really gave him a stamp of approval, Harbaugh gonna let him call the plays, then a lot of people feel that Harbaugh, when the game on the line, he ended up taking a play calling from Josh Gaddis. But we'll see, man. But so it's a lot of pressure, man, for them to go out there and get Gaddis, who never called plays before, who threw game plans together. It's gonna be some It's going to be some time to get adjusted. But somebody was telling me, Michigan O-line was good last year in the comment section. I'm like, no, the fuck it wasn't. Shea Patterson was like, what R. Kelly said? I was fighting for my life. So you got to be stop fighting for Michigan. Offensive line was not good last year, man. Especially in that Notre Dame game. And, Shea Patterson had no time to throw. And throughout the season, that was the norm. But I don't argue with motherfuckers. Excuse my language about shit like that. I know what I've seen. He believe what he's seen. I'm not in the business of changing people's opinion. I'm in the business of giving a different perspective. And that's just what it is. I don't want to change your opinion. I just want to assist your opinion. But for my expectations for Michigan personally is win the beat Michigan State, beat Ohio State, and win the Big Ten and give yourself an opportunity to win a college championship and get in the playoffs. I don't think the Wolverines even made a championship in the BCS era, if I'm not mistaken. That championship they got with Brian Griese at quarterback, I believe that came right before the BCS era. Maybe it was right then and there. But it's something like that. I can't really remember. It's been so much. I remember Florida State just dominating the 90s. I always hear them, whoa, 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 through the 90s, man. But, or at parts of the 90s, then you had, a lot of good programs there. But at the end of the day, it's time. If they don't do shit else, man, just beat Ohio State. All right? It's time. If you don't beat Ohio State this year, Harbaugh, it may never happen. All right? So we'll see how it play out. We'll see how it go down. Appreciate everybody for checking in. I'll be doing some more Michigan videos. So hit the subscribe button, bell icon button, share the videos. And other than that, don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Appreciate that love, support. One time for the one time. Mercy Sports Talk. We gone.